Hello. So in this example, we are going to cover what is uh, what is the wavelength of an antenna. So let's say here is a radio that we have in our house, and we can see that this is a tuner. Basically, we can tune and select a desired frequency or desired channel where we want to listen to, and that's the antenna. Or let's say a wire or an antenna where the EM wave, here this is the EM wave that comes and hits it. So let's say this is a radio signal, and this is a radio signal, and it has a frequency of about, let's say, 25.75 into 10 to the power 9 hertz. So that's the frequency of this radio signal, and we are asked to determine the wavelength of this signal. Okay, and based on this wavelength we want to know what should be the length of this antenna, because that's the length of the radio signal, wavelength of the radio signal. So we know that what is the wavelength here. From one peak to the another peak, we have this lambda, which is the wavelength. So how to calculate that? We know that lambda can be equated to C over F. So that's the relation. So plug in the value of C, which is exact value is 2.9979 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, divided by frequency is about 25.75 into 10 to the power 9 hertz, and that comes out to be approximately 0.113 into 10 to the power minus 1 meter, or let's say approximately 1.13 into 10 to the power minus 2 meter. How this unit come here? Because if we plug in the value of meter per second divided by hertz is 1 divided by s, that is the hertz. So s gets cancelled, and that's how we come with the m. So as you can see that we got the value is about 1.1 centimeter. So what do we understand by this value? So it says basically the antenna right here have to be of this wavelength, this radio wavelength. So and radio wavelength is on the order of centimeters. So the antenna have to be of this wavelength, that is of the order of centimeter, right? So based on the frequency of a signal, you can determine the lambda because C is known. And if the lambda is given, you can determine the frequency. And this is the sinusoidal waveform that shows what is lambda. It's just a one period of a sinusoidal cycle. So look at the electromagnetic spectrum and you will find the frequency of the radio signal is of this order, and the wavelength is of this order. Okay,